everybody. We have a new rapid game with the white pieces against Gangi Devi, rated 970. We open up with e4, he responds e5. We're going to play the bishop's opening, which controls the center and stares at his king. Black responds knight f6, attacking our pawn, attacking the center. We're going to develop a minor piece towards the center and defend our pawn and support the center. Black immediately goes bishop c5, developing a piece supporting the center, preparing castling. Good move. We're just going to go d3. This supports our pawn, supports the center, closes our pawn chain, and opens up our bishop to develop. Black goes knight c6, developing a minor piece towards the center. So far he's playing very well, very principled. Now you could go knight f3, but we like to get aggressive and risky, and so we play f4. This pawn move attacks the center as well as supports development of the rook if he takes, which he did. So he takes the pawn. We want to develop and take back all in one go. Now it also looks at the center. Black keeps it simple. He just goes d6. This pawn supports the center. It also opens up his bishop for development. And now it's our turn. We're also going to keep it simple and just develop our knight. You could develop it to e2, I suppose, but there's no reason not to develop it to f3. I like the green square, how it highlights green. Okay, so now Black decides to go for knight g4. He's not castling. He's not developing a new piece. He's deciding to fried liver me on the f2 square and try to fork me. That's fair. I don't particularly want to get forked, like if I can help it. So how do we want to defend? Well, what's the drawback of this move? Doesn't support the center. Maybe we even have d4 in this position. If he takes and we take, queen check, bishop back, queen has to move. That looks like a line. You could also go rook f1 with the idea of castling queenside. That looks like a line. But we're going to play in the center. We're going to just create this beautiful, the knights are beautiful, the bishops are beautiful, and now the pawns are beautiful. So he doesn't go for the piece sack. He just moves the bishop out of the way, pins the knight, which in turn undefends the e4 pawn, but it's not under attack. This knight is now not coordinating with anything, and him taking our bishop is not a threat. We will happily double those pawns. I think now is as good a time as any to castle, now that we have the chance, and that puts the rook on an open file, semi-open file, which is awesome and super powerful. We have our king safety taken care of. Okay, so he develops his queen. He still doesn't want to castle. What does this threaten? It threatens our bishop. It also pressures the central pawn. It hits it twice. The drawback of this move is he's not fully developed. His king is not safe, and my knight's not pinned anymore. So maybe I can counterattack, I'm thinking, instead of automatically responding like many people would immediately withdraw the bishop, saying, oh, it's under attack. But I want to counterattack if possible. This hits the queen, it hits the bishop, it protects the bishop, and it threatens this fork. So it looks super powerful. It improves a piece for free, and it comes with mega threats. And now this bishop is staring into nothing. And now it's asking for c3 with tempo, supporting the center for free. So black moves the queen out of the attack. This attacks our pawn in the center, although that would be a bad idea because of the alignment with the king. The drawback of this move is it hangs the fork. So I'm going to take the pawn with a check. So even if you don't want to take the rook, even if you have some type of attack you want to follow up with, might as well start with the check. Displace his king. You see, he didn't castle when he had the opportunity. He kept playing this knight move, this queen move, and now he's suffering, and now he never can castle. So it's important to castle first and then try to destroy your opponent. So he goes king e7. This is kind of weird. Walking into the center like this, I wasn't expecting that. But I might as well look for something, I guess. I mean, you kind of want to just open up the e-file since his king is right there. You could just take the rook, of course. But I don't want to take it yet. First, I want to get in the free move, c3. He can move the rook, but I'll take the bishop. And I'd rather have a free full piece than a rook for a knight. So he ignores me, and he just takes my pawn in the center that I said it would be a bad idea to take. Now, what does this threaten? It threatens the bishop and nothing else. It has a coordination square with the knight here, with the queen. But I said it was a bad idea because of the alignment with the king. And before I couldn't necessarily put a rook there immediately because the bishop was covering that square. But now that I got c3 in for free, now I can pin the queen and force knight to go here, but that doesn't help because you just take the knight. So now his bishop's hanging, his rook's hanging, and his queen is hanging. You always have h3 as well to kick the knight at the right time. You see how I'm not in a hurry to just grab this rook? Because rooks, it's already useless, right? Like, it's not doing anything. So as of this moment, it's like he doesn't have it. So he does block with the knight, but the bishop defends the rook, so he can't take the bishop because it's pinned. And he can't take the rook because of the bishop. I mean, he has to take the rook just to get something out of losing a queen, but then at the end of the line, his bishop's still hanging and his rook's still hanging, so we got in lots of free moves. And now the game is definitely over. We're up 7 points of material. His rook's... Okay, so he saves the rook, so we just take the bishop. He doesn't take the pawn, he just sacrifices more material. I'm going to take it, I guess. And now, I mean, we just want to checkmate him. His king looks really dumb here. So he takes the pawn, which hits the bishop, but I don't really care. I want to somehow checkmate this guy. So let me just, I don't know, bring my queen in or something. Get a little closer to his king. And with these knights here, I should have something. So he moves his bishop. He's going to escape this way. So let's cut that out. So he can't escape that way. Okay, so he goes that way. And now, I don't know, just bring a knight in. That's a check. That's a checkmate in this case, because he just blocked his escape square. And what a nice checkmate on the king. 2 knights in his face like that. Cool. So let's go through the game. We have center, development. We have development and center. We have development and center. We have center and development. We have center and development. Forced move, because we want our pawn back. And it happens to also be development and center. Development and center, 7 moves deep. And now he's the first one to break this whole, you know, developing a piece every turn type of thing. And then he moves the same piece twice. And now we move the same piece twice, but we're improving the pawn and we're improving our center for free. This knight move wasn't for free. You could say, well, it came with a threat, so wasn't that free? Only if I don't have a counter threat for free, right? Then his move would have been for free, but because I'm counter attacking the bishop, it's not for free because I'm going to get the turn. So he moves his bishop, and now just look at this position. 2 bishops, 2 knights, and 2 pawns like this. This is like the dream scenario which you always want if you can get it from any opening that allows you to do this. So now king safety as well as development. And then immediately improve a piece, forcing move with threats. And so this is move 10, and we've just followed our plan that I always set forth in my videos for you guys. He moves his queen, and that's just immediately the end of the game because it's a blunder. And then you just find ways to checkmate his king, but I don't even rush to take the rook. I throw in a free move that supports my center. It makes my position better, and it's for free, right? And then he just totally collapses and gives up his queen. I didn't do anything crazy here. Bishop's opening, you should give it a try. It always entices your opponent to at some point jump his knight here. If he plays bishop c5, this always looks tempting at some point. And those are fun games because a lot of times it's just not good for black. So give it a shot. Submit your rapid games in my Discord. Like, comment, subscribe. Good luck.